Hi. Now, anybody who knows anything about wood knows that you are constantly learning, and I've been working wood for over half a century and it's still a mystery to me. Let's take, for example, these two boards of I think it's redwood, but it's a softwood, and you would expect the annual rings to straighten out, and they're quite pronounced on the end of these boards, and yet they've kept remarkably flat. I don't know whether you can see, and I don't really want to bring them outdoors for too long in this hot sunshine because then they really will move. But I would have expected those boards to have bowed considerably. I'm just going to see if I can position that so you can see the annual rings, see what I'm talking about. So, and that is with a softwood. A softwood in particular is liable to bowing, so especially when you're in a situation where you've got floorboards, you can tell by the annual rings which way the boards are going to cup. Now, talking about wood and timber movement, this is an experiment that I've covered on another video, which is an end slice of, I'm not sure what the wood is, probably again a softwood, and this was over 2.5 years ago, and I totally encapsulated the wet wood in epoxy resin, and then I put a top coat of acrylic spray. So really the top coat was to get a really nice finish, and it's only in very recent months that I've noticed some slight misting, but I mean it's survived almost intact for 2.5 years, because normally, you know, if you leave nature to go its way, you'd have massive great heart shakes, cup shakes, etc., but particularly heart shakes. So while on the subject of timber movement, this is one of my designs that dates back to 1973. It's what I call my universal clock, where I've used a ball and a socket joint, and inside I would put the clock movement. But if we take the sphere or the ball, which is obviously turned in a lathe, you can see how I've jointed blocks of wood, and I didn't know then whether, you know, they'd shrink out and split out. Beautiful grain. Of course, I covered it in a gloss polyurethane varnish. My favourite lacquer is polyurethane, usually a matte polyurethane, but I thought gloss would look really nice, and it survived, you know, 1973, and it's now 2021, and it's still going strong like its owner. Thanks for watching.